Welcome to Star Bar's production of Samuel Beckett's Endgame. Our next show will be Stupid Fucking Bird at the end of May. Please entirely silence all phones at this time. Donations keep Star Bar going. There's a jar out front, throwing out the P.O. box if that better suits you. Programs are gratefully recycled if used gently. But if you grow fond of them, you are welcome to keep as a souvenir. Thank you.
Finished, it's finished, nearly finished, it must be nearly finished. Grain upon grain, one by one, and one day suddenly there's a heap, a little heap, the impossible heap. Can't be punished anymore. I go down to my kitchen, 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet, and wait for him to whistle me. Nice dimensions, nice proportions. I'll lean on the table and look at the wall and wait for him to whistle me.
Me to play. Can there be misery loftier than mine? No doubt formerly, but now, my father, my mother, my dog. Oh, I'm willing to believe they suffer as much as such creatures can suffer, but does that mean their sufferings equal mine? No doubt. Oh, all is absolute. The bigger a man is, the fuller he is. And the emptier. Clove? No, alone. What dreams? Forests. Enough. It's time it ended in the shelter too. And yet I hesitate. I hesitate to end. Yes, there it is. It's time it ended. And yet I hesitate to end. God, I'm tired. I'd be better off in bed. You pollute the air. Get me ready, I'm going to bed.
I just got you up.
What of it?
Can't be getting you up and putting you to bed every 5 minutes. I have things to do.
Did you ever see my eyes?
No.
Did you never have the curiosity while I was sleeping to take off my glasses and look at my eyes?
Pulling back the lids. No.
One of these days I'll show them to you. Seems they've gone all white. What time is it?
As usual.
Have you looked?
Yes.
Well,
0.
it'll need to rain.
Won't rain.
Apart from that, how do you
I
feel?
don't complain.
You feel normal?
I tell you, I don't complain.
I feel a little strange. Well,
Yes.
have you not had enough?
Yes! Of what?
Of this thing.
I always had. Not you.
And there's no reason for it to change.
It may end. All life long, the same questions, the same answers.
Get me ready. Go and get the sheet. Clove!
Yes.
I'll give you nothing more to eat.
Then we'll die.
I'll give you just enough to keep you from dying. You'll be hungry all the time.
Then we won't die. I'll get the sheet.
No! I'll give you one biscuit per day. 1.5. Why do you stay with me?
Why do you keep me?
There's no one else.
There's nowhere else.
You're leaving me all the same.
I'm trying.
You don't love me.
No.
You loved me once.
Once.
I've made you suffer too much, haven't I?
It's not that.
I haven't made you suffer too much.
Yes!
Oh, you gave me a fright. Forgive me. I said forgive me.
I heard you. Have you bled?
Les, is it not time for my painkiller?
No. I'll leave you. I have things to do.
In your kitchen?
Yes.
Outside of here, it's death. All right, be off. We're getting on.
My pap!
Accursed progenitor!
My pap!
The old folks at home, no decency left. Guzzle, guzzle, that's all they think of. Well, I thought you were leaving me.
No, not just yet, not just yet. My pap!
Give me his pap.
There's no more pap.
You hear that? There's no more pap. You'll never get any more pap.
I want my pap!
Give him a biscuit. Accursed fornicator! How are your stumps?
Never mind my stumps. I'm back again with the biscuit. What is it? Spratz medium. It's hard, I can't.
Bottle!
Age but new.
Sit on it.
I can't sit.
True. I can't stand.
So it is.
Every man his specialty. No phone calls. Don't we laugh?
I don't feel like it.
Nor I. Clove,
Yes,
nature has forgotten us.
there's no more nature
No more nature, you
in the
exaggerate. But
vicinity.
we breathe, we change, we lose our hair, our teeth, our bloom, our ideals.
And she hasn't forgotten us.
But you say there is none.
No one that ever lived, ever thought so crooked as we.
We do what we can.
We shouldn't.
You're a bit of all right, aren't you?
Smithereen.
This is slow work. Is it now you have time for my painkiller?
No! I'll leave you. I have things to
In
do.
your kitchen?
Yes.
What? I'd like to know.
I stare at the wall.
The wall. What do you see on your wall? Many naked bodies.
I see my light dying.
Your light dying, listen to that. Well, it can die here just as well, your light. Take a look at me and then come back and tell me what you think of your light.
You shouldn't speak to me like that.
Forgive me. I said forgive me.
I heard you.
Did your seeds come up?
No,
You scratch around them to see if they
they
sprouted.
won't sprout.
Perhaps it's still too early.
If they were going to sprout, they would have sprouted. They'll never sprout.
This is not much fun. But it's always that way at the end of the day, isn't it, Chloe?
Always.
It's the end of the day like any other day, isn't it, Chloe?
As long as it lasts.
What's happening? What's happening?
Something is taking its course.
All right, be off. I thought I told you to be off.
I'm trying! Ever since I was whelped, on.
What is it, my dad? Cameron?
Were you asleep?
Oh no,
Kiss me.
we can't.
Try.
Why this snores day after day?
I lost my tooth.
When?
I had it yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
Can you see me?
Hardly. And you?
What?
Can you see me?
Hardly.
So much the better. So much the better.
Don't say that. Our sight has failed.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. And you?
Yes. Our hearing hasn't failed.
Our what?
Our hearing.
No. Have you anything else to say to me?
Do you remember when
No.
we crashed on that train and lost our shanks?
It was in the old
On the road to Sedan. Are you cold?
Yes, perished. And you?
Freezing. Do you want to go in?
Yes.
Then go in. Why don't you go in?
I don't know.
Does he change your sawdust?
It isn't sawdust.
Well,
Can you not be accurate in that?
your sand then. It's not important.
It is important.
It was sawdust once.
Once.
Now it's sand. From the shore. Now it's sand he fetches from the shore.
Now it's sand.
Has he changed yours?
No.
No, mine. I won't have it. You want a bit?
No. For what?
Biscuit, I've kept you half. 3/4 for you. Here. No? Do you not feel well?
Quiet! Quiet, you keep me awake. Talk softly. If I could sleep, I might make love. I'd go into the woods, my eyes would see the sky, the earth. I'd run, they wouldn't catch me. Nature. Something dripping in my head. A heart in my head.
You hear him a heart in his head.
We mustn't laugh at such things, Ned. Why must you always laugh?
Not so loud.
There's nothing funnier than unhappiness, I'll grant you that. The most comical thing in the world. And we laugh with a will in the beginning. It's always the same thing. Like that funny story that you've heard too often. Still funny, but you just don't laugh anymore. Have you anything else to say to me?
No.
Quite sure. Then I will leave you.
You not want your biscuit? I'll keep it for you. I thought you were going to leave me.
I am going to leave you.
Could you give me a scratch before you go?
No! Well,
scratch me there?
Yesterday.
Could you not? Would you like me to scratch you? Are you crying again?
I was trying to.
Perhaps it's a little vain.
What was that you said?
Perhaps it's a little vain.
What does that mean? That means nothing. Should I tell you the story of the
No.
tailor
What for?
to cheer you up?
It isn't funny.
It always made you laugh. The first time I thought you'd die.
It was only Como. One April afternoon.
We got engaged.
Can you believe it, Dad?
We got engaged the day before.
Engaged. Only Como.
You were in such fits that we capsized. By rights, we should have been drowned.
It's 'cause I felt happy.
It was not. It was not. It was my story and nothing else. Happy. Don't you laugh at it still every time I tell it?
It was deep, deep. You could see down to the bottom. Oh, so white, so clear.
Let me tell it again. An Englishman needing a pair of striped trousers for the New Year's festivities goes to his tailor who takes his measurements. Ursula, come back in 4 days. I'll have it ready. Good. 4 days later. So sorry. Come back in a week. I've made a mess of the seat. Good. That's all right. A neat seat can be very ticklish. 1 week later. Oh, frightfully sorry. Come back in 10 days. I've made a hash of the crotch. Oh, that's all right. That's not the crotch. It can be quite the teaser. 10 days later. Oh, so sorry. Come back in a fortnight. I've made a balls of the fly. Oh, that's all right. It's a pinch, a smart fly. It's a stiff proposition. I've never told it worse. I tell this story worse and worse. To make it short, the bluebells are blowing and he bollocks the buttonholes. Oh, damn you to hell, sir. No, it's indecent. There are limits. In 6 days. Do you hear me? 6 days. God made the world. And you're not bloody well capable of making me a pair of trousers in 3 months. But my dear sir, look at the world. And look at my trousers.
Silence!
So deep, deep.
If you're not finished, will you never finish? Will this never finish? Kingdom for a night, man. Clear away this muck! Chuck it in the sea!
So why?
What? What was she blathering about?
Desert. Oh.
She has no pulse.
What was she dribbling about?
She told me to go away into the desert.
Damn busybody, is that all?
No.
What else?
I didn't understand.
You bottled her?
Yes.
Are they both bottled?
Yes.
Screw down the lids! Time enough. my anger subsides, I'd like to pee.
I'll go get the catheter.
Time enough! Give me my painkiller.
It's too soon. It's too soon on top of your tonic. It wouldn't act.
In the morning, they brace you up, and in the evening, they calm you down. Unless it's the other way around. That old doctor, he's dead, naturally.
Wasn't old.
But he's dead.
Naturally. You asked me that.
Take me for a little turn. Not too fast. Right round the world. Hug the walls and then back to the center again. I was right in the center, wasn't I?
Yes.
We need a proper wheelchair with big wheels, bicycle wheels. Are you hugging?
Yes.
It's a lie. Why you lie to me?
There.
Stop! Old wall. Beyond is the other hell. Closer, up against.
Take away your hand.
You hear? You hear hollow bricks? Oh, that's hollow. That's enough, back.
We have another round.
Back to my place. Is that my place?
Yes, that's your place.
Am I right in the center?
I'll go measure.
More or less.
There.
I'm more or less in the center?
I say so.
You'd say so. Put me right in the
I'll
center.
go get the tape.
Roughly. Bang in the center.
There.
I feel a little too far to the left. Now I feel a little too far to the right. Now I feel a little too far forward. Now I feel a little too far back. Don't stand there, you give me the shivers.
If I could kill him, I'd die happy.
What's the weather like?
As usual.
Look at the earth.
I've looked.
With the glass?
No need of the glass.
Look at it with the glass.
Look at the glass.
No need of the glass.
I'm back again with the glass. Steps.
Why? Have you shrunk? I don't like that.
I'm back again with the steps. Need the glass.
But you have the glass!
No, I had the glass!
This is deadly.
Things are livening up. I did it on purpose. I see a multitude in transports of joy. Well, that's what I call a magnifier. Don't we laugh?
I don't.
Let's see. 0, 0, and 0.
Nothing stirs. All is...
Zero.
Wait until you're spoken to. All is what? All is what?
What all is in a word? Is that what you want to know? Just a moment. Corpsed. Well, content.
Look at the sea.
It's the same.
Look at the ocean.
Never seen anything like it.
What? A sail? A fin? Smoke?
The light is sunk.
We all knew that.
There was a bit left.
Base.
Yes.
And now,
0.
no gulls.
Gulls.
And the horizon. Nothing on the horizon.
What goes in? Can there be on the horizon?
The waves. How are the waves?
The waves.
And
Lead.
the sun.
0.
But it should be sinking. Look again.
And the sun.
Is it not already then?
No.
What is it?
Gray. Gray. Gray.
Gray. Did I hear you say gray?
Light black from pole to pole.
You exaggerate. Don't stand there. Give me the shivers. Last night I saw inside my breast. It was a big sore.
You saw your heart.
No, it was living. Clove,
Yes.
what's happening?
Something is taking its course.
Clove,
Yeah, what is it?
we're not beginning to mean something.
Means something. You and I mean something. That's a good one.
I wonder. Imagine if a rational being were to come back to Earth. Wouldn't he be liable to get ideas into his head if he observed us long enough? Ah, yeah, now I see what it is. Good, now I understand what they're at. And without going so far as that, we ourselves at certain moments, to think perhaps it won't all have been for nothing.
Have a flea?
A flea! Are there still fleas?
On me there's one. Unless it's a crab louse.
But humanity might start from there all over again. Catch him for the love of God!
I'll be back with the powder.
A flea. This is awful. What a day.
I'm back again with the insecticide.
Let him have it!
The bastard.
Did you get him?
Looks like it. Unless he's laying, doggo.
Laying. Lying, you mean? Unless he's lying, doggo.
Oh, one says lying, one doesn't say laying.
Use your head, can't you? If he was laying, we'd be bitched.
What about that pee?
I'm having it.
That's the spirit, that's the spirit.
Let's go from here, the two of us, south. You can make a raft and the currents will carry us away, far away to other mammals.
God forbid.
Alone. I'll embark alone. Get working on the raft immediately. Tomorrow I'll be gone forever.
I'll start straight away.
Wait! Will there be sharks, do you think?
Sharks? I don't know. If there are, there will be.
Wait! Is it now your time for my painkiller?
No!
Wait! How are your eyes?
Bad.
You can see.
All I want.
How are your legs?
Bad.
You can walk.
I come and go.
In my house. One day you'll be blind like me. You'll be sitting here, a speck in the void, in the darkness forever like me. One day you'll say, I'm tired, I'll sit down. You'll go sit down. Then you'll say, I'm hungry, I'll get up and get something to eat, but you won't get up. You'll say, I shouldn't have sat down, but since I have, I'll sit on a little longer, and then I'll get up and get something to eat. But you won't get up, and you won't get anything to eat. You'll look at the wall a while, you'll say, I'm tired, I'll close my eyes. Perhaps have a little sleep, I'll feel better after that, and you'll close them. And when you open them again, there'll be no wall anymore. Infinite emptiness will be all around you, and all the resurrected dead of all the ages wouldn't fill it, and there you'll be, like a little bit of grit in the middle of the step. Yes, one day you'll know what it is. You'll be blind like me, except you won't have anyone with you, because you won't have had pity on anyone, and there won't be anyone left to have pity on you.
It's not certain. And there's one thing you forgot. I can't sit.
Well, then you lie down! What the hell? Or you'll come to a standstill, simply stop and stand still the way you are now. One day you'll say, I'm tired, I'll stop. What does the attitude matter?
So you all want me to leave you?
Naturally!
Then I'll leave you.
You can't leave us.
Then I won't leave you.
Why don't you finish us? I'll tell you the combination of the cupboard if you promise to finish me.
Couldn't finish you.
Then you won't finish me.
I'll leave you.
Do you remember when you came here?
No. Too small, you told me.
Do you remember your father?
Same answer. You've asked me these questions millions of times.
I love the old questions. Ah, the old questions, the old answers, there's nothing like them. It was I was a father to you.
Yes, you were that to me.
My house, a home for you.
Yes, this was that for me.
But for me, no father. But for him, no home.
I'll leave you. Have
Did
things
you ever
to
think of one thing?
Never.
That here we're down in a hole. But beyond the hills, perhaps still green, Flora, Pomona, Cirrus. Perhaps you won't have to go very far.
I can't go very far. I'll leave you.
Is my dog ready?
He lacks a leg.
Is he silky?
It's kind of a Pomeranian.
Go and get him.
He lacks a leg.
Go and get him. We're getting on.
Your dogs are here.
He's white, isn't he?
Nearly.
What do you mean nearly? Is he white or isn't he?
Isn't.
You've forgotten the sex.
He isn't finished. The sex goes on at the end.
You haven't put on his ribbon.
He isn't finished, I tell you. First you finish your dog and then you put on his ribbon.
Can he stand?
I don't know.
Try. Well?
Wait!
Well?
He's standing.
Where? Where is he?
Here.
Is he gazing at me?
Yes.
As if he were asking me to take him for a walk.
If you like.
Or as if he were begging me for a bone. Leave him like that. Standing there, imploring me.
I'll leave you.
Have you had your visions?
Lass.
Is Mother Peg's light on?
Light. How can anyone's light be on?
Extinguished.
Extinguished. Naturally, it's extinguished. If it's not on, it's extinguished.
No, I mean Mother Peg.
Naturally, she's extinguished. What's the matter with you today?
I'm taking my course. Is she buried?
Buried? Who would have buried her?
You.
Me? Having I nothing to do without burying people?
But you buried me.
No, I won't bury you.
She was bonny once, like a flower of the field. And a great one for the men.
We two were bonny once. It's a rare thing not to have been bonny once.
Go and get the gaff.
Do this, do that, and I do it. I never refuse. Why?
You're not able to. Ah, the creatures, the creatures. Everything has to be explained to them.
Here's your gaff, stick it up. Did I move? No.
Go and get the oil can.
What for?
To all the casters.
Oiled them yesterday.
Yesterday? What does that mean, yesterday?
That means a bloody awful day long ago before this bloody awful day. I use the words that you taught me. If they don't mean anything anymore, then teach me others or let me be silent.
I once knew a madman who thought the end of the world had come. He was a painter and engraver. I had a great fondness for him. I used to go and see him in the asylum. I'd take him by the hand and drag him to the window. Look, there, all the rising corn. And there, look, the sails of the herring fleet. All that loveliness. He'd snatch away his hand and go back to his corner appalled. All he had seen was ashes. He alone had been spared, forgotten. It appears the case was not so unusual.
A madman. When was that?
Oh, way back, way back. You were not in the land of the living.
God be with those days.
I had a great fondness for him. He was a painter and engraver.
There are so many terrible things.
Oh, no, there are not so many now. Clove,
Yes.
do you not think this has gone on long enough?
Yes! What?
This thing.
I've always thought so. You not.
And it's a day like any other day.
As long as it lasts. All life long the same inanities.
I can't leave you.
I know. You can't follow me.
If you leave me, how shall I know?
You simply whistle me, and if I don't come running, it means I've left you.
You won't come and kiss me goodbye.
That's the thing not.
But you might merely be dead in your kitchen.
The result would still be the same.
Yes, but how would I know if you were merely dead in your kitchen?
Sooner or later, I'd start to stink.
You stink already. The whole place stinks of corpses.
Whole universe.
To hell with the universe! Think of something.
What?
An idea. Have an idea. A bright idea!
Ah, good. The pain in my legs. It's unbelievable. Soon I won't be able to think anymore.
You won't be able to leave me. What are you doing?
Having an idea. Wait! Yes, I have it. I set the alarm.
This is perhaps not one of my bright days, but frankly...
You whistle me, I don't come. The alarm rings, I'm gone. It doesn't ring, I'm dead.
Is it working? The alarm, is it working?
Why wouldn't it be working?
Because it's worked too much.
But it's hardly worked at all.
Then because it's worked too little.
I'll come and check. Yeah! Fit to awake the dead! Did you hear it?
Baby.
The end is terrific.
I prefer the middle. Is it not time for my painkiller?
No! I'll leave you.
It's time for my story. Do you want to listen to my story?
No.
Go and ask my father if he wants to listen to my story.
He's sleeping.
Wake him!
He doesn't want to listen to your story.
I'll give him a bonbon.
He wants a sugar plum.
He'll get a sugar plum.
It's a deal. Do you believe in the life to come?
Mine was always that. Got him that time.
I'm listening.
Scoundrel! Why did you engender me?
I didn't know
What? What could you know?
that it would be you. You give me a sugar plum?
After the audition.
You swear?
Yes.
On what?
My honor.
Two.
One.
One for me and one.
One! Silence. Where was I? It's finished. We're finished. Nearly finished. There'll be no more speech. Something dripping in my head ever since the Fontanelles. Splash, splash, always on the same spot. Perhaps it's a little vein, a little artery. Enough of that. It's story time. Where was I? The man came crawling towards me on his belly, pale, wonderfully pale and thin. He seemed on the point of... No, I've done that bit. I calmly filled my pipe, the meerschaum, lit it with, let us say, a Vesta, drew a few puffs. Ah. Well, what is it you want? It was an extraordinarily bitter day, I remember. 0 by the thermometer. But considering it was Christmas Eve, there was nothing extraordinary about that. Seasonable weather for once in a way. Well, what ill wind blows you my way? He raised his face to me, black with mingled dirt and tears. I should do it. No, don't look at me. Don't look at me. He dropped his eyes and mumbled something. Apologies, I presume. I'm a very busy man, you know. Final touches before the festivities. You know what it is. Come now, what is the object of this invasion? It was a glorious, bright day, I remember, 50 by the heliometer. But already the sun was sinking down among the dead. Nicely put that. Well, come on now. Present your petition and let me resume my labors. There's English for you. Well, it was then he took the plunge. It's my little one, he said. A little one, that's bad. My little boy, he said, as if the sex mattered. Where did he come from? He named the hole. A good half day by horse. What are you insinuating, that the place is still inhabited? Not a soul, except himself and the little boy, assuming he existed. I inquired about the situation in Cobb beyond the Gulf. Not a sinner. Good. And you expect me to believe you've left your child back there all alone and alive into the bargain? Come now. It was a howling day, I remember, 100 by the anemometer. The wind was tearing up the dead pines and sweeping them away. Feeble bit that. Well, come on now. What is it you want from me? I have to put up my holly. Well, to make it short, it finally transpired that what he wanted from me was bread for his brat. Bread, but I have no bread. It doesn't agree with me. Good. Well, perhaps a little corn then. I should do it. Corn, yes, I have corn. It's true, in my granaries. But use your head. I give you some corn, a pound and a half. You take it back to your child and make for him, if he's still alive, a nice pot of porridge, a nice pot and a half of porridge full of nourishment. Good, the colors come back to his little cheeks perhaps. And then I lost patience. Use your head, can't you? Use your head. You're on earth. There's no cure for that. It was an exceedingly dry day, I remember. 0 by the hygrometer. Ideal weather for my lumbago. But what in God's name do you imagine? That the earth will awake in spring? That the rivers and seas will run with fish again? That there's manna in heaven still for imbeciles like you? Gradually I cooled down, sufficiently at least to ask him how long he had taken on the way. 3 whole days. Good. And in what condition had he left the child? Deep in sleep. But deep in what sleep? Deep in what sleep already? Well, to make it short, I finally offered to take him into my service. He had touched a chord. And then I imagined already I wasn't much longer for this world. Well, here, if you were careful, you might die a nice natural death in peace and comfort. Well, in the end, he asked me would I consent to take in the child as well if he was still alive. It was the moment I was waiting for. Would I consent to take in the child? I can see him still down on his knees, his hands flat on the ground, glaring at me with his mad eyes in defiance of my wishes. I'll soon have finished with this story. Unless I bring in other characters. Where would I find them? Where would I look for them? to God.
My sugar plum.
There's a rat in the kitchen.
A rat! Oh, there's still rats.
In the kitchen there's one.
You haven't exterminated him.
Have. You disturbed us.
He can't get away.
No.
You'll finish him later. Let us pray to God.
Again.
My sugar plum.
God first! Oh, you're right.
Off we go.
And you?
I followed my child.
Silence! In silence, where are your manners? Off we go. Well,
What a hope. And you?
sweet damn all. And you?
Wait. Nothing doing.
The bastard. He doesn't exist.
Not yet.
My sugar plum.
There are no more sugar plums.
It's natural. After all, I am your father. It's true, if it hadn't been me, it would have been someone else. That's no excuse. Turkish delight, for example, which no longer exists, we all know that. There's nothing in the world I love more. And one day, I'll ask you for some in return for a kindness, and you'll promise it to me. One must live with times. Whom did you call when you were a tiny boy and were frightened in the dark? Your mother? No, me. We let you cry, and we moved you out of earshot so that we might sleep in peace. I was asleep, as happy as a king, and you woke me up to have me listen to you. It wasn't indispensable. You didn't really need to have me listen to you. I hope that one day you'll really need to have me listen to you, to hear my voice, any voice. Yes, I hope I'll live that long. Hear you calling me like when you were a tiny boy and frightened in the dark, and I was your only hope. Now,
Our revels now are ended. The dog's gone.
He's not a real dog. He can't go.
He's not there.
He's laying down.
Give him up to me. Dirty brute. What are you doing?
I'm putting things in order. I'm gonna clear all of this away.
Order.
to be silent and still, and each thing in its last place under the last dust.
What in God's name do you think you are doing?
I'm trying to create a little order here.
Drop it!
After all, there or elsewhere,
What's wrong with your feet?
my feet.
Tramp, tramp.
I must have put my boots on.
Your slippers were hurting you?
I'll leave you.
No!
What is there to keep me here?
The dialogue. I've got on with my story. I've got on with it well. Ask me where I've got to.
Oh, by the way, your story.
What story?
That one you've been telling yourself all your days.
Ah, you mean my chronicle.
That's the one.
Keep going, can't you? Keep going.
Well, so you got on with it, I hope.
Oh, not very far, not very far. There are days like that one isn't inspired. Nothing you can do about it, just wait for it to come. No forcing. No forcing, it's fatal. I've got on with it a little all the same. Technique, you know. I say I've got on with it a little all the same.
Well, I never, in spite of everything, you were able to get on with it.
Oh, not very far, you know, not very far. Nevertheless, better than nothing.
Better than nothing. Is that possible?
I'll tell you how it goes. He comes crawling on his belly.
Who?
What?
Who do you mean he?
Who do I mean? Yet another.
Him, I wasn't sure.
Crawling on his belly, whining for bread for his brat. He is offered a job as gardener. What is there so funny about that?
Job as gardener.
Is that what tickles you?
It must be that.
Wouldn't be the bread.
Or the brat.
The whole thing is comical, I grant you. What about having a good guffaw, the two of us together?
I couldn't guffaw again today.
Nor I. I continue then. Before accepting with gratitude, he asks if he may have his little boy with him.
What age?
Oh, tiny.
He would have climbed the trees.
All the little odd jobs.
He would have grown up.
Very likely.
Keep going, can't you? Keep going.
That's all. I stopped there.
You must see how it goes on.
More or less.
Will it not soon be the end?
I'm afraid it will.
You'll think of others.
I don't know. I feel rather drained. The prolonged creative effort. If I could drag myself down to the sea, I'd make a pillow of sand for my head and the tide would come.
There's no more tide.
Go and see is she dead.
Looks like it.
And nag.
Doesn't look like it.
What's he doing?
He's crying.
Then he's living. Did you ever have an instant of happiness?
Not to my knowledge.
Bring me under the window. I want to feel the light on my face. Do you remember in the beginning when you took me for a turn, you used to hold the chair up too high? With nearly every step, you almost tipped me out. Great fun we used to have the two of us. Great fun. Then we got into the way of it. There already? Is it light?
It isn't dark.
I'm asking you, is it light?
No.
The curtain's not closed.
No.
What window is it?
The earth.
I knew it, but there's no light there. The other. The earth. like a ray of sunshine. No,
No.
that isn't a ray of sunshine I feel on my face.
No.
Am I very white? I'm asking you, am I very white?
No more so than usual.
Open the window.
What
I
for?
want to hear the sea.
You wouldn't hear it.
Even if you open the window?
Yes.
Then it's not worthwhile opening it.
No.
Then open it! Have you opened it?
Yes.
You swear you've opened it.
Yes.
Well, it must be very calm. I'm asking you, is it very calm?
Yes.
It's because there are no more navigators. You having much conversation all of a sudden. Do you not feel well?
Cold.
What month are we? Close the window. We're going back. Don't stay there. You give me the shivers. Father! Father! Go and see, did he hear me?
Yes.
Both times.
Once only.
The first time or the second?
He doesn't know.
Must have been the second.
We'll never know.
Is he still crying?
No.
The dead go fast. What's he doing?
I'm sucking his biscuit.
Life goes on. Give me a rug, I'm freezing.
There are no more rugs.
Kiss me. Will you not kiss me?
No.
On the forehead.
I won't kiss you anywhere.
Well, give me a hand at least. Will you not give me a hand?
I won't touch you.
Give me the dog. No.
Do you not want your dog?
No.
Then I'll leave you.
That's right.
If I don't kill that rat, he'll die!
That's right. Me to play. We're getting on. You weep and weep for nothing, so as not to laugh, and little by little you begin to grieve. All those I might have helped. Saved. Saved. The place was crawling with them. Use your head, can't you? Use your head. You're on earth. There's no cure for that. Get out of here and love one another. Lick your neighbor as yourself. If it wasn't bread they wanted, it was crumpets. Out of my sight and back to your petting parties. All that. Not even a real dog. The end is in the beginning, and yet you go on. Perhaps I could go on with my story, end it, and begin another. Perhaps I could throw myself out on the floor. Dig my nails into the cracks. Drag myself forward with my fingers. It'll be the end, and there I'll be, wondering what can have brought it on, and wondering what can have, why it was so long coming. There I'll be in the old shelter, all alone against the silence and the stillness. If I could hold my peace and sit quiet, it'd be all over with sound and motion, all over and done with. I'll have called my father, and I'll have called my son, and even twice to 3 times in case they shouldn't have hurt me the first time or the second. I'll say to myself, he'll come back. And then, he couldn't. He's gone too far. And then, all kinds of fantasies that I'm being watched, a rat, steps, breath held, and then babble words like the solitary child who turns himself into children, 2, 3, so as to be together and whisper together in the dark. Moment upon moment, pattering down like the millet grains of that old Greek. And all life long, you wait for that to mount up to a life. Oh, let's get it over. What, neither gone nor dead?
His spirit only.
Which?
Both.
Gone from me, you'd be dead.
And vice versa.
Outside of here, it's death. And the rat,
He got away.
he can't go far. Huh?
He doesn't need to go far.
Is it not yet time for my painkiller?
Yes.
Ah, at last, give it to me quick.
There's no more painkiller.
No more painkiller.
No more painkiller. You'll never get any more painkiller.
But the little round box, it was full.
Now it's empty.
What'll I do? What'll I do? What are you doing?
Winding up
Look at the earth!
again.
Set this collar to you!
Is your throat sore? Would you like a lozenge? No? Pity.
Don't sing!
One hasn't the right to sing anymore.
No!
Then how can it end?
You want it to end?
I want to sing.
I can't prevent
you. What did I do with that steps? You didn't see that steps. About time. Sometimes I wonder if I'm in my right mind, and then it passes over and I'm as lucid as I was before. Christ! She's underwater! How can that be? It hasn't rained! What a fool I am. I'm on the wrong side. Underwater. Sometimes I wonder if I'm in my right senses, and then it passes off and I'm as intelligent as ever.
Chloe,
Any particular sector you fancy, or merely the whole
the
thing?
whole thing.
The general effect? Just a moment.
Chloe,
Hmm.
do you know what it is? I was never there. Chloe,
What is it?
I was never there, absent, always. It all happened without me. I don't know what's happened. Do you know what's happened?
Lucky for you. Do you want me to look at this monkey? Yes or no?
Answer me first.
What?
What's happened?
When? Where?
When? What's happened? Use your head, can't you? What has happened?
Christ, this is what doesn't matter.
I don't know.
When old Mother Peg asked you for oil for her lamp, and you told her to get out to hell, you knew what was happening then, no? You know what she died of, Mother Peg? Darkness.
I hadn't any.
Yes, you have.
Have you the glass?
No, it's clear enough as it is.
Go and get it!
It's one thing I'll never understand. Why I always obey you. Can you explain why?
No. Perhaps it's compassion. A kind of great compassion. Oh, you won't find it easy. You won't find it easy.
I'm tired of our goings on. Very tired. But you're not sitting on it, are you?
Don't leave me there! Am I right in the center?
You need a microscope to find us all about time.
Give me the dog.
Wait!
Give me the dog!
There's your dog for
He
you!
hit me!
You drive me mad. I'm mad!
You must hit me! Hit me with the axe! Or with the gaff! Hit me with the gaff, not with the dog! Hit me with the gaff! Or with the axe!
Let's stop playing.
Never! Put me in my coffin.
There are no more coffins.
Then let it end with a bang of darkness. And me. Did anyone ever have pity on me?
What? Is it me you're referring to?
An aside, ape. Have you never heard an aside before? I'm warming up for my last soliloquy.
I warn you. I'm going to look at this filth because it's an order, but it's the last time. Nothing, good, nothing, good. Bad luck to it.
More complications? Not an underplot, I trust.
It looks like a small boy.
A small boy.
We'll go and see. I'll take the gaff.
No.
No? A potential procreator?
If he exists, he'll die there or he'll come here. And if he doesn't,
You don't believe me? You think I'm inventing?
it's the end, Clove. We've come to the end. I don't need you anymore.
Lucky for you.
Leave me the gap.
I'll leave you.
Before you go, say something.
There's nothing left to say.
A few words to ponder. My heart.
Your heart.
Yes. Yes. With the rest in the end. The shadows, the murmurs, all the trouble to end up with. Clove, he never spoke to me. Then in the end, before he went, without my having asked him, he spoke to me. He said, something from your heart.
My heart.
A few words from your heart.
They said to me that's love. Yes, yes. Not doubt. Now you see
Articulate.
how easy it is. They said to me that's friendship. Yes, yes. No question you found it. They say to me, here's the place. Stop. Raise your head and look at all that beauty, that order. They say to me, come now, you're not a brute beast. Think upon these things and you'll see how all becomes clear and simple. They say to me, what skilled attention they get, all these dying of their wounds.
Enough!
I say to myself sometimes, Clove, you must learn to suffer better than that if you want them to weary of punishing you one day. I say to myself sometimes, Clove, you must be better than that if you want them to let you go one day. But I'm too old and too far to form new habits. Good. It'll never end. I'll never go. Then one day, suddenly it ends, it changes, I don't understand it, it dies, or it's me, I don't understand that either. I ask the words that remain, sleeping, waking, morning, evening, they have nothing to say. I open the door to my cell and go. I'm so bowed I only see my feet. If I open my eyes in between my legs, a little trail of black dust. I say to myself that the earth is extinguished, though I never saw it lit. It's easy going. When I fall, I'll weep for happiness.
Clove. Nothing. Clove.
This is what we call making an exit.
I'm obliged to you, Clove, for your services.
Pardon. It's I am obliged to you.
It's we are obliged to each other. One thing more, a last favor. Cover me with the sheet. No? Good. Me to play. Old Endgame, lost of old. Play and lose and have done with losing. Let me see. Ah, yes. Good. Discard. Take it easy. And now, raise hat. Peace to our asses. And put on again. Deuce. Wipe. And put on again. We're coming. A few more squirms like that and I'll call a little poetry. You prayed, you cried for night. It comes. It falls. You cried for night, it falls. Now cry in darkness. Nicely put that. And now, moments for nothing, now as always. Time was never and time is over. Reckoning closed and story ended. If he could have his little boy with him, it was the moment I was waiting for. You don't want to abandon him. You want him to bloom while you are withering. Be there to solace your last million last moments. He doesn't realize. All he knows is hunger and cold and death to crown it all. But you ought to know what the earth is lack nowadays. Oh, I put him before his responsibilities. Well, there we are. There I am. That's enough. Yes, truly. Good. Father. Father! Good. We're coming. To end up with. Discard. With my compliments. Clove. No? Good. Since that's the way we're playing it, let's play it that way. Speak no more about it. Speak no more. Old stauncher, you remain